Hey guys, what's up? This is Edgemeister, and I'm here bringing to you guys my 1 week impressions on the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer arena beta. Quick note on the gameplay, they're all stuff from week 2. The first gameplay you see is going to be only around 3 minutes, and that's because I had to leave for supper. But the first 3 minutes are pretty good, so I'm putting it in right here at the start. Next one's on Regret, and then the last gameplay I have is Breakout. If my commentary goes past that, then I don't know what I'm going to use for the commentary. So far in the beta we've seen 6 maps. We've seen Truth, Empire, Eden, Regret, Crossfire, and Trench. So I'm going to go in the order of from week 1 to week 2, from Slayer to Breakout. And then on week 3, I'll be doing another one of these when the beta is over. This is kind of like halfway through, even though I think there's more than half left in the beta. I'm not quite sure when that ends. I think it's on the 13th or something like that. So in the 4th. So we have quite a while longer to play the beta. So I'll start off with Truth, the remake of Midship. Now Midship is a map that everybody really enjoyed, everybody liked. It was remade in Halo 3, reimagined in Halo Reach, and I don't know, I just didn't like the original Midship. I feel like I'm one of the very few people who could actually say that I didn't like the original Midship. I didn't like it in Halo 2. I don't think I've ever even played it in Halo 3, to be completely honest with you guys. By the way, that's actually it was actually laggy in the gameplay. Don't worry, it wasn't my capture card glitching out there when I lagged there. Yeah, I didn't like Midship. I also didn't even like Zilioth, which was the reimagined in Halo Reach. Even though that was an MLG map and everything, the space part was cool, except for the halfway through Halo Reach's lifespan, they decided to put kill boundaries up on top. But I think that's kind of a good thing, but I didn't like it. But in Halo 5, though, I really liked Midship. I thought it worked really well. They implemented the jump spots in a really cool way. I really liked how you could parkour over to the Prophet's Bane right when you started, instead of having to go over to the sides. Not too many people knew about that. The Canadian Gamer actually found the way first, and then I found an easier way. He went right through the center, and that's a bit harder. It's easier to jump up on the little cover things. What are they called? The little holes? I forget what they're called. But it's easier to jump up on one of those. I believe when you spawn blue, right side is the hole that you go to, and if you spawn red, left side is the hole you go to. I may have mixed those two up, but it's something like that. And yeah, I just came up with a pretty good strategy for the map. The Prophet's Bane, I really like to just run around. I like the Prophet's Bane a lot. A lot of people thought that it was their normal energy sword, and they said, oh, it was way too OP. But as you can see on Eden, which is the remix of Empire, yeah, the normal energy sword is in here too, and I don't think it's overpowered. So yeah, Truth I think is an amazing map. I really enjoyed it. Some people say they didn't like Truth because, you know, they played Midship so much. But like I said, I wasn't a big fan of Midship, so Truth was just, it was really fun for me. Next up we have Empire. Now Empire has a lot of mixed emotions toward it in terms of the community. People liked it, people didn't like it. Near the beginning of the beta, I actually did not like Empire at all. However, now I really enjoy Empire. Ground pound. But yeah, Empire, I just feel like there's so many places to jump and so many places to use a new clamor. I ended up using Thruster Pack a lot more in that map as well, for defensive purposes and for offensive purposes. Whereas on Truth, I found that I use it a lot more for just general, you know, moving around, like getting places faster. Which I don't think that's how it's meant to be used. But I think on Empire, you can tell it's designed for Halo 5. And a little spoiler for spoiler for a video coming up soon. I have started to remake Empire in Halo 2 Anniversary, and some of you may think, oh, that's not going to work, but the proportions are way different, obviously, otherwise it would not work in the sandbox. But yeah, I think that Empire is a really good map. Sniper rifles, a lot of people thought that the map is maybe too small for sniper rifles, but I really enjoy the sniper rifle. I don't care if it was designed for the map or not, I just had fun using it. So yeah, Empire I really enjoyed. Near the beginning, because it was a brand new map, never played it before, I thought it was really bad. Mostly because I was good at Truth. Because obviously I knew Truth already. But yeah, I thought it was really bad at Empire, but once I got used to Empire, I got really good at Empire. Yeah, I did fairly well. And we all know you really do enjoy things a lot more when you're good at them. That's not true always, but most of the time. So, moving on to the new maps. The remixes of Truth and Empire. Let's go with Regret first. And at first, I think I liked Regret the least, and okay, at first I didn't like both of them. I hated both of them, actually, like, really badly. But I hated Regret the most, and now I am changing my mind now. Regret, I feel like if it didn't have BR starts, it'd be amazing. But that's really the only thing that's wrong with it. As you can see in this gameplay, it's because this is a gameplay of me being more experienced on this map. I actually don't even bother getting the Hydra because the Hydra is really hard to use. I just don't even try anymore. But yeah, the Hydra, I feel like we should have voted for the rocket launcher. It's our fault there. I felt like the rocket launcher would work a lot better. Battle rifles on this map, I feel like it's almost a close quarters version of Truth. And at first I didn't like that, but really it just, it feels like it's a totally different map, and I really do like that. The only, like, if you didn't know this is a remix, the only thing that hit you in to it being a remix is probably the red and blue bases, which you actually spawn in the basement now. But yeah, Regret I think is, it's growing on me. It really is. I'm really enjoying Regret. So yeah, Regret is a check off in my book. Next up is Eden. So Eden I thought was going to be one of my favorite maps, but I was wrong. I did eventually get used to it, and did eventually get good with it, and I said this before where, like in this video, yeah, I just got killed by a Hydra. One of the few times I actually did. Yeah, I said this before, but you do tend to like things better when you're good with them. And I'm getting fairly decent with Empire, Eden. They both start with E, sorry. So yeah, I'm getting fairly decent with Eden. But I still don't like it. Because by decent, I mean I found the strategy for the map, and that is to camp the catwalks. That's right. The top catwalk is an extremely powerful position, and I think that they need to take off all the cover on both the catwalks, because I don't think people should be encouraged to go to the catwalks. I feel like the catwalk should be more of a, I don't know, just a place where you go to get to places faster. I don't know, like an express route, like risk versus reward, where maybe you want to get somewhere fast, you get the safe way down at the bottom, or the risky way down up at the top, and the safe way at the bottom would have lots of cover and stuff. But instead it's the exact opposite. At the moment, the top is the safest way to go, unless there's a whole team camping up there, which happens very often. And the bottom is like a death trap. I never go to the bottom. Sometimes I do, but that's just to kill people and run way back up. But yeah, the best strategy for that is to get the entire team to camp the top of the catwalk. I think that the catwalks really did mess it up, to be completely honest. They feel so tacked on, like they just put the catwalks there. They don't seem to make sense with the lore. I know lore doesn't mean crap when it comes to Halo maps, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, Empire didn't make sense either, but like, you know, it made sense to a certain point that I think it should in terms of aesthetics. I mean, they took on Regret, they took off a grenade bouncing thing on top. If you watch the sprint, you know that, for aesthetics. So if they're willing to change something like that for aesthetics, then like, they know obviously aesthetics are important. And I feel like if they did actually take off the cover on the catwalks as well, that would help with the aesthetics too. So yeah, overall, I hate the catwalks. I just don't like the catwalks at all. Not to mention, battle rifles are really overpowered on that map because it's kind of a long-range map. It's like a mid-range map. So the sniper rifle, I find it's a lot better on that map too. But battle rifles, it just, like, you don't need to run to grab a battle rifle to go and camp on the catwalk. You already have it, so that makes it even worse. And I mean, if you're lucky enough to get up there with an energy sword, I'm sure it could take them all out, but it's nothing like the Prophet's Bane. So, honestly, I think Eden is the map that needs the most change. I really do not like Eden at all. Regret, it's growing on me. Eden, I hate still, even though I'm getting fairly good at it. The first two maps were pretty awesome. So now we're on to Breakout, which is the gameplay you're seeing right now. I don't know if this is a gameplay where I do good, or if it's that close gameplay that was really intense. I think it was the intense gameplay, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Breakout. Lots of people are having lots of fun. At first I had no fun, I hated it. But eventually I just got one person in my party and was talking with them. And really, the way to have fun with Breakout is to communicate with your friends. Like, even if you're communicating with half the team like I did, you can win rounds just from that. You can have, especially when you're spectating players, it can be really, really awesome because you can tell your teammate, you can spectate your teammate and tell him if there's a guy around a corner that he can't see, because you, obviously when you're spectating, you're in third person. Which, I don't know if it's broken or not, but I think it really does encourage you to talk to your teammates. Because there's a couple of times where my teammate told me, oh, there's some people flanking on your left. I'm like, okay, thank you. So I took them out, and yeah. Also, it really does, it makes you want to play more defensive. What I mean with that is, you have no shields, you just have health. The health is buffed a little bit, I noticed. Because if it was just normal health, it'd be like a one-shot kill instead of a 3-shot headshot with a battle rifle. And I think that SMGs are a really cool choice because they do kill really fast in this game. And also on both the maps, Trench and Crossfire, you really do want to get the battle rifle. I find I do really well with the battle rifle. I think in this gameplay I get the battle rifle most of the time, and I do very good. The only reason, okay, I think we may have lost this, and I think the only reason we did is because we weren't communicating with the entire team. So really, if you want the best experience, communicate with the entire team. Because their team, they always ran to the, I forget what the call-out is called, but that left area, left for blue team. But yeah, Breakout I just enjoy. I think it's going to be really good. I think that Call of Duty players can come to this when they want to use the Halo 5, just because of the faster kill time, and Call of Duty players enjoy search and destroy, which is pretty much what this is. Now, do I like the maps? Crossfire I really enjoy, Trench I do not. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Trench is asymmetrical, and I believe that Breakout really shines on symmetric maps. So, Crossfire I really enjoy. There's not really too much to the two maps. There's not really too much to the maps, but that's really what makes it. It gives it their charm. It has a really cool aesthetic with not really too much. Crossfire has a lot more. It's more paintballish, feels like you're playing paintball almost. So, no, probably no, you're not really, because you're playing Halo, not paintball. But just the fact that there's random cover pieces in places, and it doesn't have to make sense with this map. I was talking about aesthetics making sense. The kinds of aesthetics in this is like virtual reality, so anything can happen. And I think that's what makes Breakout so such a cool game mode, because they design maps that are especially for, they don't care what the aesthetics are. Trench, I find, is less paintball-y and a bit more, it has a bit more verticality. So it's like if paintball were in Titanfall, let's say. So yeah, I just think that I don't really like the verticality, because on Trench you have those little cool ledges that kind of stick out that you can jump on with the clamor, and I just don't think that it really works too well. Also, I don't know, I just really don't like Trench. I don't know why, but Crossfire is very good. However, I noticed that not only are the maps have similar aesthetics, but I found that on Trench, I don't know if on Crossfire, yeah, I think I see on Crossfire as well, it looks like they have geometry on the outside, and the whole arena, it's exactly the same. All these, and of course, like I said before, the aesthetics are also the same. So I'm thinking maybe these are Forge maps. Now, I heard this before as well, and I thought, bullcrap, they're not gonna make all the Forge maps look like this, that would suck. But then I started thinking, you know, it'd be really cool if this is one of the Forge maps. Like, one of them, like, not all of them. I think they said that they were gonna have at least one Forge map, and if these aren't, then the next one's probably gonna be a Forge map. But I'm pretty sure these are Forge maps. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but yeah. The only thing that makes me think that they're not is the way you spawn in, and yeah, I just don't think that the way, I just can't see that being too forgeable, whether that's like a fixed place where you have to forge within there or not. I'm not sure. Sorry, I went on a little ramble there. For some reason I had a hard time talking, I don't know why. But next up, okay, yeah, the next game, I don't know what it's gonna be, because I'm actually commentating while watching this, and the game's running out. But I'm gonna talk about the Halo 5 mechanics so far. There's been a lot of mixed emotions on the Halo 5 mechanics. So far, everybody's been enjoying them, but I've heard people say that it doesn't have the core Halo experience, where you know, just the way I seen Halo before Halo 5 was a simple experience where all you do is you walk, shoot, jump, crouch, throw a grenade, and punch. Okay, I'll have to cut that out. I just, my brother walked in, he's a butt. Yeah, people are saying it's not like the core Halo experience, and like I said already, what I thought the experience was, I found that this game doesn't feel like Halo, to be completely honest, but I still really enjoyed it. I'll go into that more in another video, though. Today was mostly about the maps. See you in the next one. Bye.